Welcome to English for Everybody. Today, we'll talk about a common challenge for English learners, prepositions of place. These are small words like in, on, and at, but they can be tricky. We'll learn how to use them correctly, so we don't say in when we mean on or at. Let's master prepositions of place and feel more confident talking about where things are. Let's begin.
That's right. We'll explore in, on, and at to describe places. No worries, we'll make it easy.
Get ready for an exciting journey. We'll explain how each preposition works and avoid common mistakes.
Plus, we'll show you cool expressions for describing places in a fun way.
Don't worry, we have practice exercises too. Test your skills and get even better.
So, let's learn together and feel more comfortable talking about places in English.
Stay tuned for helpful tips, examples, and exercises. Let's start our language adventure.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us, and let's begin.
Let's delve deeper into the world of prepositions of place. These small but mighty words, in, on, and at, are like signposts that guide us to express where things are.
Exactly. Getting them right is super important for clear communication. So, let's break them down one by one.
First, we have in. Picture this, in is like a cozy little house. We use in when something is inside a confined space or a larger area. It's like saying, I'm in the room or the cat is in the box.
That's right. And now, we have on. Think of on as a superhero, always connected and touching something. We use on when something is on a surface or in contact with something else. For example, the book is on the table or the cup is on the shelf.
Great analogy. And lastly, we have at. Imagine at as a magic pinpoint, precisely pointing to a specific place. We use at to talk about a particular point or location. Like saying, we'll meet at the park or the party is at John's house.
Exactly. So, to summarize, in is for inside. On is for touching or connecting, and at is for a specific point. Knowing when to use each will make expressing location a breeze.
Practice using these prepositions in different examples, and you'll soon feel more confident with in, on, and at. Stay tuned for more insights and practical examples in our next segments.
Absolutely. Understanding these prepositions is like having a magic map to talk about places accurately. Keep listening, and you'll soon become a pro at using in, on, and at correctly. Using in correctly.
Let's explore in further and discover its secret superpower. In is like a magical key that opens the door to places with boundaries.
That's right. In loves places like rooms, cities, or even whole countries. Imagine saying, I'm in the kitchen or she lives in New York.
True. In is perfect for spaces that surround us, like a cozy hug from our favorite room or being embraced by the vibrant spirit of a city.
Yup. But here's an important rule to remember, we don't use in for places without clear boundaries.
You got it. We wouldn't say, the book is in the chair because chairs don't have boundaries like rooms or cities. And we wouldn't say, the picnic is in the park because parks are vast and open spaces without clear boundaries.
Is it wrong to say, I am in the park?
No, it is not wrong to say, I am in the park. In some contexts, using in for a park is appropriate, especially if you are inside a specific area of the park, such as a picnic area or an enclosed garden. However, it's more common to use at for general locations like parks, as parks typically don't have clear boundaries like rooms or buildings. So, saying I am at the park is generally more common and widely understood to mean you are present in the park without specifying a specific area within it. Both I am in the park and I am at the park are acceptable, but the latter is more commonly used in everyday conversations. In loves cozy, enclosed spaces where we can feel tucked in and safe.
So, next time, remember to use in for places with boundaries and you'll be speaking like a language wizard. Stay tuned for more language tricks in our upcoming segments.
Right. Keep practicing, and soon, in will become your trusty guide to express places with boundaries. Join us for more language adventures in the next segment.
Absolutely! Get ready to explore more preposition magic in our next segment. Thanks for tuning in, and see you soon. Navigating on with precision.
Let's continue our journey and unlock the magic of on. Picture on as a friendly hand, always touching or connecting with something.
Exactly. When we use on, we're talking about being on top of a surface or in direct contact with it.
For example, imagine your favorite book resting on the table or your playful pet running on the floor.
That's right. And don't forget about the adventurous cat perched on the roof, enjoying a bird's eye view.
On is like a bridge that brings things together, making them a part of the surface they touch.
Just right. So, whenever you describe something sitting or touching a surface, remember to use on.
Great tip. Using on correctly adds clarity to your descriptions of where things are located.
Definitely. Keep practicing, and soon you'll confidently use on like a pro. Get ready for more preposition magic in our upcoming segments.
Exactly. So, next time you want to say something is touching or above a surface, use on.
Totally! Stay tuned for more insights and fun examples in our next segment. Understanding at for specific points.
Now, let's explore the fascinating world of at, a preposition that works like a GPS, guiding us to specific points and locations.
That's right. At is like a magical pointer that helps us pinpoint exact spots, addresses, or landmarks.
When we use at, we're talking about being present or located at a specific place, not just a general area.
For instance, if you're having a party, you'd say, the party is at 123 Main Street, which tells everyone the exact address.
Similarly, if you're planning a museum visit, you'd say, we'll meet at the museum entrance, indicating the precise spot to gather.
At is excellent for emphasizing specific meeting points, event locations, or landmarks that stand out.
And here's a pro tip. At is often used with specific buildings, such as airports, schools, or restaurants, to indicate where something is happening.
True. At brings clarity to your description and helps others know exactly where to find you or where an event is taking place.
So, next time you want to highlight a specific point or location, remember to use at to navigate your listener precisely.
Fantastic advice. Practice using at for specific places, and you'll soon feel more confident in your language skills.
Exactly. At is your trusty guide to specific points, addresses, and landmarks. Keep listening for more language magic in our next segments.
Avoiding common mistakes.
Now that we've explored the wonderful world of prepositions of place, let's talk about some common mistakes that many learners encounter.
One frequent mistake is saying the book is in the table instead of the book is on the table.
That's right. However, we need to remember that in some cases, in can be correct if the table has a drawer and the book is inside it.
True. So, it's essential to consider the specific context and features of the objects or places being described.
Great point. Another common slip-up is saying the keys are at the car instead of the keys are in the car.
Correct. We use in when the keys are inside the car, like in the glove compartment or on the seats.
Good. And don't forget, when the keys are located outside the car, like on the roof or next to it, we use on or at.
That's spot on. Understanding these subtle differences will help you use prepositions accurately.
Exactly. It's all about paying attention to the details and considering the specific situation.
Absolutely. One more common mistake is saying the museum is on the city instead of the museum is in the city.
That's right. We use in for larger areas like cities because cities are not surfaces where something can be on.
Great point. And here's another one, saying they live in 10 Park Road instead of they live at 10 Park Road.
Spot on. We use at for exact addresses like 10 Park Road to specify a particular point.
Exactly. Remember, in is for larger areas, on is for surfaces, and at is for precise locations.
Fantastic advice. By understanding these distinctions, you'll use prepositions of place more accurately.
And don't worry, even native speakers can stumble over prepositions sometimes. The key is to keep practicing and learning from your experiences.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us on this learning journey. Stay tuned for more language insights.
Expressions with prepositions of place.
Let's dive into the fascinating world of expressions with prepositions of place. These special phrases add flair to your location descriptions.
Agreed. For instance, we have the expression in the middle of, which is used to describe something positioned within a larger area.
Picture a tree standing in the middle of a vast field or a house located in the middle of a bustling city.
Right. Another expression is at the corner of, which indicates a position where two edges or sides meet.
Imagine a cozy cafe situated at the corner of a charming street or a park located at the corner of a peaceful neighborhood.
Those expressions bring vivid images to mind. Let's not forget about on top of, which describes something resting above or on a surface.
Yes, like a beautiful vase placed on top of a shelf or a friendly cat perched on top of a cozy blanket.
And we can't leave out on the left side of or on the right side of, which specify positions to the left or right of something.
For instance, a lovely painting hanging on the left side of the wall or a bright lamp sitting on the right side of the desk.
These expressions bring depth to your language and help you paint detailed pictures of locations.
Exactly. Incorporating these expressions into your speech will make your language more colorful and engaging.
So, practice using these delightful expressions and elevate your location descriptions to new heights. Practice time.
Get ready for a fun and interactive exercise where we'll challenge your prepositions of place skills. In this exercise, we'll describe various scenarios, and your task is to choose the correct preposition to explain the location of an object. Let's dive in. Scenario number 1. The place is a room. What preposition should you use to explain where a book is? The answer is in. Explanation: a book is typically found inside a room, so the correct preposition is in. Scenario number 2. The place is a wall. What preposition should you use to explain where a picture frame is? The answer is on. Explanation: a picture frame is usually hanging on a wall, so the correct preposition is on. Scenario number 3. The place is a street. What preposition should you use to explain where a store is? The answer is on or at. Explanation: a store can be situated along a street, so both on or at can be correct, depending on the specific context. Scenario number 4. The place is a city. What preposition should you use to explain where a famous landmark is? The answer is in. Explanation: famous landmarks are located within cities, so the correct preposition is in. Scenario number 5. The place is a park. What preposition should you use to explain where a family is having a picnic? The answer is in. Explanation: a family would typically have a picnic inside a park, so the correct preposition is in. Congratulations! You've taken significant strides in mastering prepositions of place.
By understanding the differences between in, on, and at, you can express location with precision.
Keep practicing, and you'll soon navigate prepositions of place effortlessly.
That's all for today's episode.
Stay tuned for more language insights and helpful tips on English for everybody. See you next time.
Thanks for joining us on this language journey. Goodbye and take care.